Hello, and welcome to EFT with Lucy. My name is Lucy, and I'm so happy that you're here. My mission with this channel is to help equip you with the tools that you need to feel empowered in your life, and tapping is one of my favorite tools for that. Today, we're going to be tapping on releasing the need to be perfect. I think this is so important, especially in this day and age where we have all these messages of how we should be and how your life should look and all these things. And really, we're just humans moving through the world, and we're doing the best that we can. And none of us are actually perfect. None of us are actually going to be perfect, but that can feel really difficult when we feel like we have to be perfect in order to be seen, to be recognized, to be good enough, to be worthy and deserving of the things that we really want in our life. And that's all an illusion. We really just deserve love and all the things because we simply exist. But it's really hard to feel that way sometimes. And we have a lot of old programming that we can be taught from the entire world, right? As we move through life, that teaches us it's not okay to be imperfect when, again, nobody is perfect, and that would be really boring. So let's get into the tapping to help you feel like you can release this need to be perfect. The way that tapping works is that we tap on specific pressure points and say some words out loud, although the most important part is that you actually tap on the points so that you can help calm your body. You can help rewire your nervous system and your brain so that you can actually get this message in to say, okay, it's safe to not be perfect. And this is a way that I can react instead. When I feel like I'm not perfect, I usually do this, and this is what I can do instead. So let's get into it. All right. Just take a deep breath, tap where I tap, and repeat after me. I feel the need to be perfect, but I'm loving and accepting myself anyway. It's funny because I allow other people to not be perfect. But for some reason, I have to be perfect. Even though I feel like I have to be perfect. I feel like I can't make mistakes. I feel like everything has to go exactly the way that I plan for it to go. I'm choosing to love and accept myself. I don't want to make myself wrong for desiring perfection or just wanting things to go the way I plan them to, or to want to show up as my best self. There's nothing wrong with wanting to be my best self, for being optimistic, for having a vision of where I want things to be. But I'm loving and accepting myself in this pattern that I have, where when things don't seem perfect, I criticize myself. I feel unworthy. I feel shame. I feel not good enough. And I feel like I set the bar for perfection further and further away from me in order to make up for this lack of perfection, quote unquote. I recognize this about myself, but it feels really hard to change. When I make a mistake, it feels so incredibly painful. When things don't go the way I want them to, it feels really painful. And even though feeling like I'm imperfect is so difficult to bear, I am loving and accepting myself wholly, deeply, and completely. I'm forgiving myself for not being perfect. I'm forgiving myself for not being further along. I'm forgiving myself for being human. And I'm ready to just take off this jacket of perfection, the expectation of perfection, I should say, because I want to feel free. I want to feel free to love myself, accept myself. I want to feel free to grow. And I can't learn from my mistakes. I can't be better and grow if I'm constantly criticizing myself for not being perfect. All right, take a deep breath in. Deep breath out. Yawning is a sign that your nervous system is turning from your stress response into your rest and digest response. So yawning is always a very good sign. So let's keep going and starting on the top of the head. I feel this need to be perfect. I have these expectations for myself, how I'm going to look, how I'm going to dress, how I'm going to interact with other people, how I present myself, how productive I am in the day, the way things are going to go in my life, and all these other expectations around the perfect existence. Maybe when I start to feel imperfect, it's because I'm comparing myself to other people in my life, comparing myself to things that I've seen online, or whatever else I'm using as a metric to be perfect. I'm focusing on this feeling of what it feels like to miss the mark. It feels, so hard. So painful when I'm not perfect. And especially if I am not perfect in front of other people. Like making a mistake, not showing up the way I want to, however that looks for me. And I notice the reaction I have to feeling imperfect. Maybe I criticize myself internally or externally. And then I start to feel this internal feeling spiral and loop of feeling shame about myself, feeling not good enough, and telling myself I need to do better. And this is what better looks like. And this is my plan to be better. When maybe under it all, I'm just sad or disappointed that things didn't go the way I wanted them to. There's a part of me that just feels so disappointed. And instead of comforting that part of me that's disappointed, I lash out at that part of me. So that part of me shrinks and shrinks and shrinks. And maybe eventually I stop putting myself out there and trying, because I don't want to take the chance to be imperfect in front of other people or even myself. And it feels like I have this tightness and anxiety just following me around all day. And I'm ready to let that go. I can see that this is not helping me. It hurts when I feel imperfect. And I think that perfection will make my life better and easier. And maybe it will protect me from feeling criticized ever again. But the truth is, being perfect probably won't make my life that much better. But being able to comfort myself when I feel disappointed, cheering myself on when I make mistakes, loving and accepting myself first and foremost, knowing I have my back when I try new things or feel vulnerable. That's probably going to take my life many, many, many places. And it's probably going to take me much further in my life than striving for perfection. So I'm releasing this need to be perfect. I'm releasing the need to be perfect. Even though I feel like I have to be perfect in every aspect of my life, I'm releasing the need to be perfect. It's okay to be imperfect. It's okay to have flaws. It's okay to have weaknesses. It's okay to have strengths. It's okay how I am showing up today. It's okay to try my best, nothing more, nothing less. It's okay to make mistakes because it means I am trying and I am learning. But it's not okay to criticize myself for trying. I want to celebrate myself for taking action, even if it's messy. I want to celebrate myself for showing up, even if it is messy. I want to celebrate myself for trying my best, even if it is not perfect. Even if it looks different from day to day. The truth is, all I can do is love myself, accept myself, and forgive myself. And actually do the work that I want to do. When I allow myself freedom from being perfect, I can actually meet myself where I'm at, give myself the tools that I need to use in order to get to where I want to go. When I skip this loop of needing to be perfect, if I make a mistake, I can say, okay, this is what happened and here's how I grow. Or I'm not perfect and that's okay. I'm still worthy of love. Instead of going through this whole cycle of like, I'm not perfect, I'm going to criticize myself and then feel better. Try to make myself feel better. I'm releasing the need to be perfect. In fact, when I allow myself to be imperfect and just be human, I'm allowing myself to be authentic and feel like my best self. I get to join other humans that I love who are not perfect, who I probably feel more seen by and more safe around when they themselves are not perfect. I'm allowing myself to be more authentic. I'm releasing the need to be perfect. Because I am worthy of unconditional love and forgiveness and acceptance exactly as I am now. So I'm rejecting any stories that say I need to be different than I am right now. I'm allowing myself to simply exist, taking this weight off, this need to be perfect. And I'm allowing myself to feel excited to meet myself on the other side, to see who I really am without this need for perfection. I bet I will love myself even more and be even more excited to show up for my life, imperfections and all. All right, take a deep breath in. Deep breath out. Great job. I'm so proud of you. I hope that this feels like it gives you a little bit of a permission slip to simply be yourself, to try your best and keep moving forward, because that's really all we can do in this life. And I really mean it. I feel like people who embrace themselves fully, even with their imperfections, it makes me personally feel so much more safe to simply be myself and be imperfect when I know that other people are accepting themselves for being imperfect. And I feel like it's a beautiful ripple effect to have go out in the world when we can say, you know what, it's safe to be myself, it's safe to be yourself, and this is how we actually do really good work and make really beautiful things in the world. So go out there, make a beautiful, positive impact on the world. I'm sending you all the love, and I will see you in the next video.